It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for the Pelicans, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. Well, when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors, one of the big questions was how Klay Thompson would adjust. He already had to share the spotlight with Steph, and now here's another superstar joining the fray. So that being said, a year into the experiment, how do you feel his role has shifted on this team?
Well, okay, go ahead, Shaq. Yeah.
Oh, you guys fight over it.
No,
you all both want to talk.
No, because we're going to share a role.
I was talking to Underdog the other day. I was anxious. Great question, Aaron. I was anxious to see who's getting most of the shots, and they're all taking the same amount of shots. You know, I think Klay's going to get a lot more wide open as a result of this move, but they're all taking similar shots.
Well, you know, Klay is probably the third option, but what a third option to have. Oh, my gosh. But he's probably getting easier shots than he's ever got in his career. The defense has to shift. They have to go double team. I'm sure he's not upset. And winning heals all ills.
That just about wraps it up.
Heals all ills? What the heck is
heals all ills.
Oh, ills. I thought you said heals all eels. Are we going fishing?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. Big story is the return of Andre Iguodala from being injured.
Well, I mean, that was a short leave of absence, and now that they have him back in the fold, we'll see if he can pick up right where he had left off.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, the Warriors are one of the best offensive teams in the league, and Steve Kerr talks about his offensive philosophy often. He said, I believe unequivocally as a coach, and I believed it as a player, that the ball has to move. When the ball stops, the game stops. And I don't think you can win at the highest level by playing too much one-on-one. Kevin?
Thanks for that, DA. And the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. Already, Doris, several elite rookies are struggling. We often see top high school players making the seamless jump to college. Why is that next jump from college to pro so much more difficult?
Well, I think every level of basketball that you go up, whether it's high school to college and then college to pro, there's a different level of physicality. The players take an extraordinary jump both in their approach to the game, their level of professionalism, what their physical and mental maturation state is. So the NBA has the best players not only from the United States, but from across the world. And so obviously there's a level of preparation that's required on a day-to-day basis, and the season is so much drastically longer from the college, which plays about 32 to 40 games, to an 82-game regular season, and then if you're fortunate enough to be in the playoffs. So there's a level of endurance required in addition to both the physical and mental maturation standpoint.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. And it's Pachulia in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now here's Durant. No good with the triple. Cousins against Green. Holiday with the three. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
It just opens the court up so much more, and you like to see him get into a rhythm from beyond the arc.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. You think of Klay Thompson and you think of his great shooting ability. But Doris, he is just as impactful on the other side of the ball.
But to me, Kevin, he is one of the elite two-way players in the game, because though he doesn't get a ton of steals or blocks, when it comes to guarding the James Hardens or the Russell Westbrooks, Klay always draws that assignment and does an incredible job.
That free throw good from Thompson.
It is a thing of beauty to watch the Warriors make that extra pass and create such easy scoring chances. Their passing is incredible. The unselfish nature of the team is incredible. I mean, this has got to be one of the best passing teams ever.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Last season, the Warriors led the NBA in assists as a team, and it wasn't even close. Doris, they averaged, as you were saying, over 30 a game.
Right, Kevin. I think the key is every player at every position is able to make a pass. The efficiency of the offense comes because of the quality of shots they get, but all of that is entertaining and effective basketball because they're tremendously unselfish passers.
Yep, it counts.
Pachulia, an expert at setting perfectly placed picks. There are not many defenders who can get around him.
Rondo kicks to Allen. Dishes to Cousins. Outside Rondo. Asik the screen for Rondo. Off the screen. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
One shot.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
Now, here's Green. Oh, wow.
Boy, you love to see the lift Draymond Green gets on these dunks. Once he's established, forget about it.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Here's Cousins. Pachulia with the steal. The drive by Cousins. Goes up the baseline. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Holiday. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Green. Curry with a wide open look, and it comes off the front of the rim.
I guess even he is one of those once in a while.
Rondo dishes to Allen. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pachulia controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
No, Pachulia just tireless on the boards, throws himself at the basket to get any rebound he can.
Rondo against Curry. That's tipped. Asik the pass to Rondo. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Cousins. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Rondo. Here's Hushit. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For New Orleans, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
Boy, Thompson keeps his composure through the contact. If you're going to foul him, it better be done right, because you don't want to give him this and one.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And in terms of just how explosive this Warriors team can be, they can get hot over a course of a few minutes. And Doris just put a team away. The way they can shoot from deep and then play defense is just overwhelming.
How often have we seen, Kev, the game might be a 2 or 3 possession game, and within seconds, all of a sudden, they're up 20. Their incredibly deep shooting, their ability to play off their own made shots and build momentum can steamroll a team.
And here's Livingston following DeMarcus Cousins' 3. Here's Green. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ashik's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Clark, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against Houston.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you'd have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. And the layup is good. Cousins has got 8 points.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
Livingston kicks to Durant. Green, the screen. Another shot. The shot comes out, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
Well, a few things have become clear with Rondo in the past few seasons. 1, Greg, he needs to be happy with his situation in order to be productive. And 2, he can give you big numbers at times, but he isn't the player he once was on that Celtic team.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's such a hard-headed guy and has his own way of approaching things. If you clash with him, everything goes up in flames with his game. He needs to be on the same page with his coach, and he's running out of coaches who will put up with it. And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here is Durant. He had 22 points in the win against Houston.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Now here's Pachulia, and the wide open shot from Green. Again, the miss by Green.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. You almost never get that wide open a look.
Cousins, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
And here's Rondo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis. Screen by Ashik. No good from Clark.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Right side, Rondo. Here's Ashik. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Warriors, #1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Durant dishes to Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Well, obviously, it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Cousins. That shot misses. Great D that time from Green. Allen against Durant. Pass to Livingston. From the baseline. Pelicans pull it in.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Shoots from 12. Kept alive. And Ashik throws it down.
And Ashik is relentless in how he pounds the glass. A long-arm 7-footer who judges misses well.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Doris, you graduated as your university's all-time assist leader. What do you think is the most important trait for becoming a great guard, a great playmaker?
Well, I think obviously you have to have a pretty good handle because generally you're going to absorb some pressure in the middle of the game. But I think the other part of that is, Kevin, you've got to be someone who enjoys watching someone else score as much as you enjoy scoring yourself.
I think this makes you such a great analyst because you had to know as a guard everybody's role and everybody's movement on a certain play.
You know, that's a great point. I've always said being a point guard is the perfect position to come at an analyst job from. You're 100% right.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Moore outside. Pass to Diallo. Kicks to Clark. And he converts the layup. Clark's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Young outside. Golden State moving it around. Livingston passes to West. From 12 feet out. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And West, a knockdown mid-range shooter. You just assume it's going in whenever it leaves his hands.
Moore outside. He feeds it to Clark. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
One shot, gentlemen.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Here's Livingston. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
Now, here is Young. Again, Young missing.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Moore. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
Really, he exposed a lot of seams in the defense with his passing, too. That assist total was impressive.
And the call will be against Darius Miller. That's his first foul. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Diallo. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Livingston kicks to Young. Rebound by Agenza.
Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
And here's Moore outside. Offensive rebound. And it's Agenza missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that. Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Here's Clark, and he uses the glass on the layup. Clark's got 7 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Warriors trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And McGee kicks it to West. Over Agenza. West misses.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Over to the wing. Clark for 3. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Young outside. Iguodala against Miller. Iguodala kicks to McGee. Young outside. And that time, also a missed shot.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Clark. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that one falls for Clark. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Now here's Livingston. Tight defense on him. He dishes it to McGee. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Warriors have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
He misses the free throw. He's good on the second. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Moore outside. Oh, a monumental buzzer beater!
What a thrilling shot for one team and a heartbreaker for the other.
Oh, that's the type of clutch player he sees himself as. Boy, can he deliver.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. New Orleans on top, up 10. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me. And, you know, just really bringing that energy and that attitude and that fire each and every night, every day, whether it's in practice, whether it's, you know, in the game, whatever it is, just always bringing that energy and that passion.
A heart and soul guy, Draymond Green has the kind of spirit, guys, that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talents and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, they are pounding away on the backboards. Every time that ball goes up, they are ready to go after it.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Steph Curry. West is out there with JaVale McGee. And there's Iguodala. And it's Young in it for 2. Now here's Curry. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And that one is good. You look at the influences and former coaches of Steve Kerr, and it's easy to see why Kerr has been a success as a coach.
Well, I think if you look about how this man goes about his business, it's important to recognize he played for Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, and certainly takes advantage of the wisdom he learned from 2 of the all-time greats. Think back to his college coach, Luke Olson. So much of his offensive approach with the fast pace and the discipline came from Luke. It's so smart to take a little bit from each one of the mentors and the guys you've played for.
Now here's West. Young, right side. Rebound by Ajinça. Ajinça's got 4 rebounds in this game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Moore dishes to Ajinça. Miller, the pass to Diallo. Right block shot. That one a little long. Warriors trail by 8. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. I guess I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Some changes for New Orleans. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Diallo. And Tony Allen subbed in for Miller. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Kevin Durant comes in for Young.
Durant.
Here's Curry, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Guys, think about the impact Steph Curry has had on the next generation of players, right? Kids all over are shooting 3-point bombs and trying to handle the basketball like Steph Curry. He has changed the game at a generational level with his ability to score it.
Free throw good by Curry. And Doris, I'm sure there are a ton of young coaches out there having to explain why a pull-up 3 from 30 isn't a good idea most of the times. But then Curry's shooting ability has made that a common shot for him.
Right. His name is already on the top of most of the major three-point records in NBA history. But this guy has put a ton of time into his craft, and he's a once-in-a-generation type shooter.
Holiday, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Doris is a former guard. You know how much energy it takes to run a team and think a game as well as score. I mean, there's a lot on your plate at that position. What backcourt guys get an advantage of playing with a consistently high motor?
Well, Russell Westbrook, in addition to his ferocity, seems to be able to sustain his level of energy across a 48-minute game. I feel like the guy never gets a rest, so he's one high motor guy. I'll tell you a guy who doesn't do it the same way, but still it's required that he has a level of endurance that maybe would shock people, is James Harden. Like, the guy has the basketball in his hands. He's #1 priority in terms of the defensive scout. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, though they go about the job differently, both are phenomenal at having a great endurance and having the ball so much.
And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Warriors.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner 3. And when they have, these been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
Curry against Rondo. Now here's Pachulia. T right on him. They kick it out to Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. New Orleans leading by 10. Down low, Pachulia with the steal. Curry kicks to Thompson. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Holiday with the 3. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Durant against Allen. Here's Thompson. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. 9 points for Klay Thompson.
Well, Klay Thompson possesses great size at the 2-guard spot, and he can mix his game and find a way to score on the interior.
Holiday with it. Picked up by Thompson. Allen outside. Cousins, the pass to Rondo. A 3-pointer off the mark. Warriors trail by 11. Stolen by Allen. Outside Rondo. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
He is just a monster on the boards, and with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Green kicks to Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. To the middle, here's Curry, and the lead is down inside single digits. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Rondo with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Ashik dishes to Allen. Drops in the layup for 2.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Here is Durant. After the basket by Tony Allen. Goes up off the pick. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, you want to try to stay between Kevin Durant and the basket because he will throw it down if he gets near the cup.
Rondo passes to Cousins. Over Green. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. That's 12 points here for Cousins.
You're right. Something has to change in their defensive approach. They're making things far too hard on themselves right now.
Timeout called the Warriors. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Curry against Rondo. There's the three. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Durant. Durant's got 7 points for the quarter. For New Orleans, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those two anchors on the front line.
Here's Rondo, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Rondo kicks to Allen. Pass to Ashik. Rondo dishes to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Rondo drives in. Curry with some nice D. Warriors trail by 6. With some arc, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Thompson. Durant's got 14 points.
Well, let's just sit back and admire the brilliance of Kevin Durant. He makes these floaters look easy.
Green against Cousins. It's stolen by Green. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Right side Durant, outside Curry. Now the dish to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Rondo passes to Cousins. Back to Rondo. Now the feed to Holiday. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. Rondo against Curry. He kicks to Durant. Green with a screen on Allen. Steps back and fires. And again, it's Kevin Durant. 16 points for him.
Well, you can tell Kevin Durant is percolating right now. He is exceptional at getting to his rhythm.
Rondo kicks to Allen. Over Curry. Allen's shot is off.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
Curry kicks to Green. The score now all even.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
New Orleans gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Screen by Cousins. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you've simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
And that one drops. Thompson's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
We know whichever team makes the best adjustments on the fly will have the best chance of emerging victorious in this first meeting.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Warriors number 1.
I mean, the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
And the Pelicans miss again. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Feeds it to Livingston. The pass to Young. Over Clark. Young's shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. And Moore kicks to Clark. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one. The Warriors go the other way with it. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. And David West gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pelicans trail. Here's Clark. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Now here's Moore. He's covered by Livingston. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. And the team has gotten it done here in spite of his performance. Still 0 from the field.
Here's Moore, and it's sent back by West. Here's Livingston, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ajinça dishes to Moore. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And checking out some numbers for West. How he performed last season. Averaged 4 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Shot clock at 2.
I tell you what, he has gone stone cold here to start this quarter.
Warriors leading by 4. And here's Young from the arc. In it goes after missing his first 7. Now shooting 1 for 8 this game.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
And it's Moore penetrating. Diallo kicks to Miller to end the run. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. For New Orleans, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Both free throws good for Miller.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Livingston kicks to McGee. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Iguodala's drive, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
How about Iguodala skying for the throw down? A little throwback dunk from Andre. Go ahead.
Clark for 3, sinks the three-pointer. Clark's got 15 points. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, if you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Pelicans trail by 4. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Holiday. Then there's Allen. Then it's Omer Asher. And it's Cousins in at the 4. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here is Durant following the score by New Orleans. Just 5 to shoot. He's off from 17 feet. Rondo against Curry. Outside Rondo. And it's all evened up.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Warriors shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Curry passes to Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Durant's got 18 points in the game.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
But they recover it. Here's Rondo. Another miss by Rondo.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
Thompson inside, guarded by Holiday. Green inside.
Well, Draymond Green is a smart, strong guy who is able to finish through contact. And guys, it is so rare to see a player like Draymond Green who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, right? This guy moves so well, anticipates every play on the floor. He is just so disruptive and can shut down a player on any given night.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, no good for Green. And you think, Doris, about the impact of Draymond Green, and he has had on that defensive end, again, Defensive Player of the Year last season in the NBA. Beyond the triple-doubles without any points, he can just erase chances in crunch time.
I would say he is about the last guy you want to go at when the game is hanging in the balance, because his defense raises its level when the game is going to be determined. I think he might have another player of the year on the defensive end in his tool belt before it's all said and done.
Dishes it to Pachulia. Ashik comes up with the rebound. Ashik's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And Holiday kicks to Allen. Here's Rondo. Sinks the triple. Rondo's got 5 points in the quarter.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
Now, here's Thompson. 13 points in the game. Pachulia, no luck. Passes it to Cousins. It's stolen by Green. Curry kicks to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, I'll tell you, Steph Curry almost as accurate as a passer as he is as a shooter, and that's saying something, Kevin.
Pass to Cousins. Over Green. Here's Allen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kevin Durant. Diallo, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. When Curry is on the floor, you can just see how he impacts the play. Even when he doesn't have the ball, defenders can't help off too far or he'll make him pay. Doris, I've seen defenders give up an open layup just not to give Curry a clean look from deep.
Well, that's why the stat sheet doesn't tell the entire story relative to the influence Steph Curry has on the outcome of the game. The commitment required to cover Curry allows opportunities for other people on his team.
And that one falls for Allen.
Yeah, and Allen, just an incredible defender, has a grit and grind mentality and uses his speed and strong hands to just annoy offensive players.
And Allen drops them both. Doris, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course, I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. And so it's Golden State with it. The Pelicans make their last shot. Pachulia, no luck.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Rondo kicks to Holiday. Back to Rondo. And Steph Curry with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Allen inside, defended by Durant. Durant knocks it loose. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. Pachulia, good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Down low. Diallo kicks to Ashik. Rondo passes to Diallo. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Green. Outside Durant. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Ashik. He's got 5. Here's Rondo. And that one drops for him. Rondo's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
And here's Green outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Outside Holiday. Back to Rondo. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Golden State's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Allen. And Ashik sends it back. Wow! And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And here's the shot chart as we see how things are going for Rondo.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
Screen by Ashik. Here's Diallo for the lead. Goes up again, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A moment here to check out Kevin Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. 9th in blocks, 13th in scoring, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. That one drops. He ties it up. Well, you look back in the last 3 seasons of the Golden State Warriors, just an incredible run and record in every season. Some, in fact, Doris, are the best basketball the NBA has ever seen.
I think, Kev, we're going to look back at these Warriors teams and feel like we're lucky to have been able to see it live. How about 67, 73, and 67 wins the last 3 years? They have been the team to beat in all of those seasons. Such a special run.
Now here's West. And the Warriors miss again.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And the first one at the line is good. Hard to believe that for a long time the Warriors were one of the bottom-dwelling teams in the NBA. When this ownership group took over, it completely changed the franchise.
Right. There were some highs for Warrior fans if you think about the Rick Barry era, the Run TMC years, and of course We Believe. But this team clearly has been the high point of this franchise. I admire Warriors fans because even through the losing, they stuck with their team.
Now, here is Young. McGee's shot is off. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And Moore kicks to Diallo. New Orleans moving it around. Clark, the pass to Diallo. Shot clock at 6.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. No good on the free throw. No luck that time either. Warriors trail by 3. Okay, time now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on DeMarcus Cousins. David?
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for New Orleans. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Here's more after the made shot from Andre Iguodala.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
West outside. Kicks it to Young. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Here's West. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Now here's Moore. On its way from Clark for 2. Here's Ajinça, who's back up, and it's good on the way in. Ajinça's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, he doesn't quit on that play. Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
Here's Young. Rebound by Ajinça. Ajinça's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Miller. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for New Orleans. Miller, no good on the free throw. Warriors trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shots good from Young.
Well, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
And so here is New Orleans after the Warriors pick up 3. Ajinça kicks to Cousins. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Livingston. Young dishes to Livingston. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, the defense paying no attention at all to him, and all he can do is throw up a brick. Ouch.
And there it is for him. Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Screen by Young. He feeds it to Livingston. He dishes it to West. Shoots over Cousins. No good off the front iron. New Orleans leading by 4. Here's Clark. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Pick by West. There's the pick. With the fadeaway. Count that one. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
You know, if you ask most coaches in the league who is the best player off the bench, they'll probably tell you Andre Iguodala. He just gives you so much, right? The ability to be a playmaker, to make open shots. He's an incredible floor leader for the second unit. Everything you could ask for in a sub, it's Andre Iguodala.
The first one falls. And for Andre Iguodala, most coaches would tell you he is the best off-the-bench option in the league, but he doesn't look like he'll ever win a 6th Man of the Year award.
And I think, Kevin, that goes to how the award is voted on more than it says anything about Andre Iguodala's impact on a basketball game. The 6th Man of the Year is usually the highest scoring reserve. Iguodala's effect on winning goes well beyond putting points on the board. Well, second chance points can come from extreme effort on the offensive glass. Case in point there.
Moore with it. West picks him up, and Moore kicks to Ajinça. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And that one, good. Cousins has got 18 points in the game.
And always looking to throw his weight around inside. Cousins is a handful.
Now here's Livingston. Defense is right there. Young. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got his 3rd assist on the night. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Screen by Cousins. Clark for 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Warriors trail by 7. Livingston kicks it to West. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Cousins. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And Cousins makes scoring look effortless. A super talented center who quickly can fill it up.
Now Livingston. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Warriors have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. That one is no good. Second chance shot. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Moore outside, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback. Now enjoying the lead. We've got more in store for you right after this. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
I'm telling you, it's all about learning, okay? It's all about learning. If you play hard and compete and don't play passive, I don't care how many mistakes you make. I promise you that, okay?
In teaching mode right there, good bite with Alvin Gentry, letting his guys know, just try to get a little bit better each time out.
Yeah, I mean, developing players, molding their games, it is not easy. It takes a great deal of patience.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Iguodala out there with West. Then there's Nick Young. And there's Livingston. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. No good from Cousins. Warriors trail by 9. Iguodala, the pass to Young. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Warriors. Moore dishes to Ajinça. To the inside. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Here's Moore. It's rebounded by Golden State. West has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Here's McGee. Rebound by Ajinça. Ajinça's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Clark kicks to Cousins. It's stolen by West. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Warriors trail by 6. From deep, Iguodala. But he gets it back. And the call will be against Darius Miller. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green, he's checked in for West. Thompson comes in for Nick Young. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Curry with the 3, sinks the triple.
Boy, that's picture perfect of how to use your teammate. Curry sheds the defender off the screen, gets enough room to bury the jumper.
Stolen by McGee. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green leading the charge.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Clark the pass to Cousins. And the layup's good off the glass. Cousins has got 10 points here in the second half.
And not a fun assignment trying to contain Cousins inside.
Curry kicks to Green. McGee a screen. Green with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Thompson, rebounded by Ajinça. Ajinça's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Clark dishes to Cousins. Over Green. Out to Miller. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Now here's Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Here's McGee. The rebound by Holiday. Pelicans leading by 5. Curry with the steal. Inside, here's McGee, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
What a treat it is to watch Curry dish the rock. It has a sense for knowing where his guys are at all times.
Some changes for New Orleans. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Allen comes in for Miller. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ian Clark. Durant's checked in for Golden State.
One shot.
That's good from McGee. Rondo with it. To the paint. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And he is a power player down low. If there's nobody there to stop him, Boogie's going to destroy that rim.
Warriors trail by 4. Thompson passes to Curry. Green, the screen. Back to Curry. Pass to Green. Durant kicks to Curry. Clock at 6. It's good from long range. 9 points for Draymond Green.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Rondo dishes to Ashe. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And there's the nice layup by Rondo.
I tell you what, Rondo will get physical down low in that post. He is not going to back down from anybody.
From deep, Green. No good that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Cousins kicks to Ashe. Curry with the steal. Outside Durant. Count it, and the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
What can you say about the playmaking ability of Draymond Green? He has evolved, Doris, into a point forward for one of the most high-powered offenses in NBA history.
Right, Draymond Green makes this system work. He's got tremendous vision. He can handle the basketball, can create for his teammates, and most importantly, he's an unselfish guy who wants his teammates to score.
And something that surprised me last season was the play of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. He's always been, Doris, considered a solid defender, but he seemed to make a bigger jump last year in how he impacted that end of the floor.
Well, let's remember, Kev, that there was so much talk about who would protect him for the Golden State Warriors when Kevin Durant came aboard. Turns out he was their rim protector. This guy has a career high in blocks and formed an incredible duo with Draymond Green up front. Just great stuff.
One shot, gentlemen.
Pelicans trail by 3. Outside Rondo. And Holiday has it in the corner. The shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Here's Green, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You just admire Draymond Green for so many things. This guy is a talkative, passionate guy who certainly fires up the group around him.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
For New Orleans, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And here's Rondo. Allen kicks to Holiday. Can they get it? Here's Cousins. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Warriors leading by 5. Thompson in the corner. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Rondo kicks to Allen. Over Durant. Off the left rim and out.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Now here's Green following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. One of the stories here, Draymond Green getting it done today.
He's flat giving it to him right now, and this timeout is critical if they're going to stop his momentum. I think you've got to make some major defensive adjustments.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Draymond Green.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
And that one misses. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Rondo passes to Cousins. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 9th assist in the game now. Rondo against Curry. Durant dishes to Pachulia. Green with a screen on Allen. Durant kicks to Green. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. They get it again. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, make no mistake, Draymond Green will bully you on the interior if you allow it. You've got to make sure he doesn't force the issue.
That's good from Green. And both free throws good for Green. Pelicans trail by 11. Outside Rondo. Outside Holiday. The dish to Cousins. Allen inside the three-point line. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. Warriors leading by 11. Curry kicks to Durant. Green, the screen. The feed now to Thompson. Shoots from the baseline. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Allen kicks to Rondo. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
On the wing, Green. And the rejection by Cousins.
You just can't get those kinds of shots past Cousins. When he's in the area, he's really good at getting a hand on the ball.
Thompson against Holiday. Pachulia the pass to Durant. 5 to shoot. Over Allen.
Just doesn't seem to have the same energy level after his terrific first half.
Rondo against Curry. Rondo dishes to Allen. And Holiday has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Here's Cousins following the basket by Stephen Curry.
This is where we see Cousins a lot. He's always up there among the league leaders in free throw attempts. It's so hard to handle in the post. The D just never knows what to do with him.
And he knocks down the first one. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Warriors leading by 10. Thompson inside the line. Pelicans with the rebound. Allen's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. Back to Holiday from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Pachulia's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. The shot's good. 26 points for Draymond Green.
Draymond never gives up on an opportunity. This guy is always pounding away on the offensive glass.
Rondo passes to Ashe. There's the screen. He kicks it to Holiday. Shoots the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Boy, the back right on the money. Nice assist.
We've got 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Curry, Thompson, stolen. Holiday. Puts it up from 15, and the shot no good, a bit short. The Warriors shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moment here, and it looks to be a solid win for the Warriors.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
It's all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Draymond Green.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Durant. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with Kevin Durant. Gave a slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?
Well, you got to keep shooting, no matter what happens. So it's easy to, play well throughout the game when you're making shots, but when you're missing, you got to get your mind right, and that's what I tried to do, is just stay aggressive.
And it sure showed out there. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.